say Jeremiah 30. You always be having some word too.
So you be knowing certain brother stories. You like, hey, you be seeing them on the video, you think through. Shit. All right, shalom.
Shalom.
Is it straight?
No. You might just have to do a little bit.
Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, we'll give all praises to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors, as always, to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations unto the elect. All right, those of you coming back to the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all right, whose Hebrew name is Yahweh, all right, in the name of his only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, all right, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through whom we have received the Holy Spirit in these latter days, all right, to do exactly what we're doing, all right? The reason you see us all scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, all of the camps, all right? Now, all of the camps ain't right, but all of the camps are ultimately fulfilling prophecy, that the Israelites in the latter days will return to who they are, man. And this is the prophecy you Christians are trying to stumble across and try to act like it ain't there. But the reason we're all out here is because of what the scriptures say. The scripture said the remnant will return in the latter days, and that's exactly what we're doing. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, repenting, okay, calling on the names of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, in preparation to be entered into the new covenant. Okay, that's what this great spirit was for. Okay, so we as the remnant, commandments written in our inward part, all right, and under Yahweh Shai, he's going to establish a government, a righteous government by the name. Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, it's too damn cold.
All right, Jeremiah 30:1, it reads, the word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord saying, thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book.
Right, so your fate, Israel, your fate, all right, why you where you are, everything is written in these scriptures, man. Everything we need to know. Now, there's more, but the Lord gave us the gospel. It's called the ever-living gospel. Okay, we have the Torah, all right, we have we have the prophets, we have the songs and everything. Then we have the New Testament, the Apocrypha. That ultimately, within itself, is everything we would need to understand what we needed to understand to get the hell up out of here. Go ahead.
For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judah.
Right. When you go onto the Holy Scriptures,
captivity of my people, Israel and Judah.
Right. When you go onto the Holy Scriptures, you see the pattern of the Israelites. They would always do evil, and the Lord would always punish them by putting them into captivity. Now, we've been marching around, begging, crying, pleading with this devil, all right, trying to figure out why he don't accept us, why we're in this condition, why we went through this brutal captivity and slavery, why we're at the bottom. Well, the answers are in the Holy Scriptures, man. But in the latter days, the Lord would deliver the Israelites out of the greatest captivity any nation ever suffered, man. And that's right here in Babylon the Great and scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. That's what we're here to proclaim to you Israelites. Freedom, liberty. All right, we're here to proclaim liberty to the captives, man. Those of you who have been bound, beaten down in your mind, man, who thought you weren't shit, who looked at the so-called white man as he was so great. Okay, we're here to tell you, you have a culture. You're beloved of the Most High, but you got to do right. You got to repent. Okay, go ahead.
And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it.
Right, so the way that the Israelites will be brought back to the Holy Land was through a great deliverance out of a great captivity. Not through a Balfour Declaration, man. Not through going over there and rape, robbing, and murdering the Palestinians and then humping a wall. No, that ain't how the true Israelites is going to get set up. There ain't going to be no state. Okay, the throne of David is going to be established once we get delivered out of this captivity. That's why we're here. We weren't brought here to dance and party all goddamn day. Catch the football, do a concert, moonwalk. We were here to basically acknowledge our offense. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek.
but to the meek. And who are the meek? Those of you who are willing to humble yourselves. That's who the meek are. The meek ain't everybody. The 2/3 ain't the meek. They're not willing to break themselves and put their emotions last. The meek are those who feel broken, who feel sorry, man. And that's who this word is for. Go ahead.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Brokenhearted. Niggas are brokenhearted. The nation of Israel are hurt, walking around with signs, marching, asking the so-called white man to love them through. Black Lives Matter. George Floyd, this nigga, nigga side teeth showing, missing. Then this nigga gets a statue, man. Brokenhearted. You are brokenhearted, man. Your whole history that the white man fed you is filled with hurt. Hurt. Through.
Yep.
And you pass that shit down to your children and you wonder why it ain't working. Black culture, all these different cultures don't work, man. The only thing that works is coming back to the Lord, man. Go ahead.
He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted,
Right.
to proclaim liberty to the captive.
Right. And liberty starts right here in your mind.
Right.
Where the Lord deals with man. And the so-called white man has had our mind. For years we look to him for approval. We look to him for what a man is supposed to be through who he set up, through his image. Okay, if he didn't approve of it, it wasn't true to us. Now we're like he's the last thing to look for approval, man.
Right.
So we've been freed here first. And that's gonna lead to what? Free from here, this damn flesh, man. Brought into the new bodies, man. So this whole, what we're doing and what we're preaching is for you Israelites to come, to ultimately right here become free in your mind. So the Holy Spirit can dwell in you. Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to captives and the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Woo!
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
And the earth is, the planet is a prison. Okay? You in prison in your mind. You in prison to this flesh ultimately. But the earth under Esau's rulership is captivity. You have to have paperwork just to live a normal life. You have to present something.
Right.
You have to beg, to fly, to get to another part of the earth, you got to go through, you got to take your goddamn belt off, your shoes. What is that? You got to have an ID,
Right.
a social security number. You won't have that in the kingdom, man. You're going to be known by your spirit.
Right.
That's what dictates who we are, our spirit, man. Here in America, to enjoy a little bit of something, look at what you got to go through. It's a prison, man. Okay? Who opened out the house of his prisoners? Esau.
Yeah. Your social security number is your prison number.
Right.
You know, that's how you get your license. You get licensed or approved to go here, to do this. You have to be registered underneath his power to drive a car, to go to do that, to buy this. Okay? Without your master's approval, you can't do nothing. But our people really think they're free.
A license means permission.
That's right. Okay? It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn.
This is that acceptable year. We're not saying 2022. When you look that up, it's more so dealing with the times. These are those acceptable times where he's bestowed the Holy Spirit on his chosen, and the iniquity of the Edomites and the heathen is just about fulfilled. Get that in Luke 21 real quick. Luke 21 and 24, man. The time of the Gentiles is getting ready to be ended, baby. And what's next? Jacob's kingdom, man, under Yahushua. So you can breathe good air. You can enjoy life. You can really feel what a day feels like. You can really be in love. You can really taste food. Okay? But what has to happen first? Esau has to be trodden down, man. And that's the acceptable year. Okay? Where wickedness has taken its course and there's enough is enough. Go ahead.
Luke 21 and 24, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations.
And that's speaking of in 70 AD. But from there, what happened? We went to Africa for some time, and then you had the sub-Saharan slave trade. The other tribes were invaded over here in the Americas. Okay? and the temple was sacked, and since then it's been, hey, we've been in captivity. And then there came a point where we didn't know who the hell we were. Go ahead.
It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, Jerusalem has been trodden down spiritually and physically of the Gentiles. Spiritually, because the Israelites who represent Jerusalem have been trodden down, but in a physical sense, the temple, the over there in the land of Jerusalem, you've had nothing but heathen, man.
Yeah.
And it's been trodden down. It ain't been given its proper due.
Made into a desert.
Made into a desert, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars.
Right, so what that means, read that last part about the Gentile, time of the Gentiles.
It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
And we're at the time of the end of the Gentiles. Now, prophetically, that is synonymous with the end of Esau's world. That is the final ruler. Before the kingdom is set up, Esau's kingdom would be in rulership. And he would have control of Jerusalem, right? He would be doing evil and wickedness. And the Israelites would be in an oppressed state, man. Go ahead.
And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
And we see that happening now. Why? Because we're at the time of the end of the Gentile rulership. Everything we see happen is synonymous with the end of heathen rulership, man. In particular, Esau. The signs in the skies. All right, the stress of the nations. Perplexity. All right, uncertain future. Now people are starting to look and say, damn, what if this don't stop? What if it gets worse? Why? Because look, the kingdom is getting ready to be translated, man. Now hold that and jump. Where you at? Oh, you got some more?
Yeah.
Okay, and then get back to Jeremiah 30.
Right. Back inside. Okay, kind. Isaiah 61, verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning.
And that's this doctrine, man.
Yeah.
It's better. Black culture and all of these different, it was ashy. Now you got a little oil, man. Put the oil on, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You get beauty for ashes, man. Your reality and the way that this life is going is ashes. It's burnt. It's dead. It's done. All right? It's cremated, so to speak. Man.
Hurt.
All right? But you're going to get beauty for ashes. It says the oil of joy for mourning. All right? So you put ashes on your head for what? Mourning over the dead. Mourning over loss. You're going to anoint yourself in joy for blessings. Blessings are coming. That's what this comfort or this word or these glad tidings are telling you about. But it's going to take the destruction of this place for you to realize that oil or that joy. Okay? It says the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Right? We're going to put on beautiful garments. The garments of righteousness.
And that's your spirit.
That's right.
More than anything. Your inward man.
That's right.
That's when the Lord is going to start really making things happen. Once the remnant, that inward man is changed, you know, and we start to be made in his image, that's when he's going to come get us, man.
Right. It says that they might be called trees of righteousness. Right? Trees of righteousness. The people of the Heavenly Father, the sons of God. Right? When we always talk about the trees of the garden, and how those trees were the people round about. Right? We're supposed to be the trees of righteousness. We were supposed to be the ones that are rooted and firm in the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, representative of that. That's why it's likened to what? Cedars of Lebanon. They were known for their stoutness. You built houses with that wood. You established your town with that wood, right? Thick, hard wood that can handle all types of elements, right? Tree longevity, right? That's what a tree represents. Something that's everlasting.
Yep.
You know?
That's why they worship the evergreen tree, because it lived through the winter.
That's right. So we are trees of righteousness, right? The planting of the Lord that he might be glorified, right? And so that's what we're here for. We're in the acceptable year in that time now. That's why we're seeing the changing of the guard, so to speak. That we got to go through Jacob's struggle.
Yeah, ain't no way out of that. That's what we're going to get back into.
You got to rejoice through Jacob's struggle.
Right.
You got to know that, okay, this was supposed to happen. Good. Call Allah Yahweh Shah, because we're closer.
That's it.
We're right there, man.
Right, because he's going to make a mighty work. It ain't going to be no mighty work without you being in a position of difficulty.
Right.
To Egypt, that was last second. That was buzzer beater.
Right.
Because Pharaoh was after us.
Done.
So if the Lord didn't swallow him up and allow you to walk, that's a miracle.
Right.
So how much more out of this one? Doesn't it say Esau gonna be coming after us?
There you go.
Right, scarcely made it. There's a lot of wickedness going on in America in these last couple of weeks. The spirit is different, man. That's why when these people get back into these offices for working, there's gonna be a lot of fights. People are all messed up, and then you go put them back out there with the gas prices high, and put them back out there. And right, some of them gonna be like, "Where's your mask?" The other one, they're gonna be punching each other. Watch. There's gonna be all kind of videos on World Star of people losing it at work, fighting each other, man. Because we're living in those times. Sedition among men. Now let's go back to Jeremiah 30.
So it's Jeremiah 30 in verse 4. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah.
Right.
But thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling,
Right.
of fear, and not of peace.
Right. Now when you start this chapter, it's talking about our captivity. You got people talking about Jacob's trouble was just the curses. No. The curses were a result of our disobedience. Jacob's trouble comes with knowing we're Israelites, all right, and being exodus out of Babylon the Great. That's what Jacob's trouble is really all about, man. The hour of temptation where Esau Edom is getting ready to try to put a digital all in everybody. Okay? And in order for that plan to work out, this can't exist. What we're doing right here, in order for their order to work out, you can't think how you think. This won't be allowed.
Absolutely not.
You got to think about it. If they know what they got to do, but they know this got to be stopped. So what makes you think you Israelites, you're going to learn this word and you just go do the Dion out of America? No. You're going to be in a position of difficulty. You're going to have to lean on the Lord. You're going to have to step out on faith, and he's going to work a mighty work. The two go hand in hand. You're going to have the faith of Abraham. You know what Abraham did? The Lord said, put your son to death. I told you the promises were going to come through him, and the blessing is going to come through him, but put him to death. Abraham said, all right, I'll do it. Yeah. Knowing, look, if you promise, you can raise him from the dead. That's the type of faith you're going to have going into Jacob's trouble, man. It's going to have to be crazy faith, right? Not normal, regular faith. Donnie McClurkin never would have made it faith. No, you're going to have to believe this thing wholeheartedly. Okay, and that's going to come through us being delivered out of a position of difficulty. We're not here to tell you a fucking fairy tale, man. We're here to tell you what the Lord said, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6, ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child.
Right.
Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins.
So hands on the loins in ancient times is symbolic of mourning. Oh my God! Casting dust on their head. He's seeing a vision of Daniel the 12th chapter, which we got to get that. Go ahead.
As a woman in travail.
Oh my God! Oh shit! And ain't no epidural to get around Jacob's trouble. You go feel it. And you got to love it. You got to be okay with the will of the Lord. Because I know in the flesh, it's like, damn, we done went through all this, and we got to go through some more. Yes.
People losing it over the gas prices. It's only $4. You know? People already like, ooh, oh my God.
You voted for Biden.
You
get what you at. You reap what you sow.
And trust me, he ain't tripping. He ain't paying for no damn gas.
What did he say? He said, I ain't nothing I can do for you.
Yeah.
Not right now. Ain't nothing we can do. But then he's going to send $13 billion in aid to Ukraine while you're over here struggling. Hurt, talking about, well, I'm going to start freezing my leftovers. Hey, and that would be smart. You get some leftovers, you got to put that shit in the freezer. This is what, come a point, this is what we eat next. Shut up.
We be back.
Hey, we in those times. Wasting food, we ain't, hey, until it and let it overflow. Then replace it once you get to overflow. Hey, you gotta think like that, man.
Rationing is back.
Right.
And what we just did a live stream, man. China, they don't let you waste no food over there, man. They already got you used to rationing. You know?
Amen.
Eat your ass.
Let's finish that. Go ahead.
Continuing on. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, and a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.
None is like it. Okay? None is like it, man. This ain't talking about the slave ships. The slave ships is before what we getting ready to read. What we went through as a result of the curses is just that. Our punishment. What we're coming into is a result of knowing the truth and having to get the blessing. Jacob's trouble. And we're going to be all right. Don't you know the Lord already has provision for us? But it's going to, in order to get there, we're going to have to step out on water. We have to do what Peter did, what Yahushua did. Stepping out on water, knowing I'm going to walk. That's what type of faith we getting ready to have, man.
Establish your hearts.
And when if you fully believe, you're going to walk. You're going to be like, wow. And the Lord going to have us through it all, man. It's going to always be a tight situation, and then the Lord is going to always step in and do something until we get to the end. Watch.
Yeah. That's why you got to develop confidence.
Right.
Confidence comes through consistency. You do something consistently enough, you become confident in it.
Right.
So you got to start practicing faith now. You got to start focusing on and having your minds. When we coming out here, we paint pictures, man. You literally taking yourself through Jacob's trouble mentally and spiritually every single time we come out and talk about it. But you got people that be like, y'all talk about that too much.
Yeah.
You should be confident. You should be consistently thinking about it and going through how do I get through that in my mind now to produce confidence, faith in that moment. Right? Practicing that word in your mind over and over and over and over again produces confidence. So when you get in that moment, if you shooting a whole bunch of free throws in the gym, when you get in game time, you gonna be Michael Jordan, close your eyes.
Yep. Start eating to be satisfied.
Right.
That's one of my practices I'm going to try to really conquer. Because them thirds, seconds, I'm starting with thirds. Fuck seconds, bro.
Yeah.
But man, for real, practice those things, man. You know what I'm saying? You about to say something?
Oh, I'm saying, Elder Bible says, repetition is the spirit. It's verse 7. Alas, for that day is great.
I was going to say it's using meat as seasoning versus the main entree. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get into the habit of that. You know, barbecuing. You know, you get into barbecuing, you want to just put everything on the damn grill. You know what I'm saying? Instead of more vegetables and stuff like that, you look up that main entree or what you eat. Majority of the time, be that meat. So we know that meat is gonna get expensive. Well, now we practice, cooking. Right. Because, the elders need to sit down and the elder, Father Quinn said this, eating meat every day is really a luxury. Like cuisines and creativity really comes from the lack of certain resources. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or utilizing resources that's in your area. So, certain places, they don't eat meat every day. You know what I'm saying? But they're creative enough to have to where meat is spread out by cooking certain things, lentils, right, stuff like that. And just getting your whole family ready, man. Right. At the end of the day, you are the head. You can make it choose she ain't gonna listen. She gonna listen that day. Because these next couple of months is gonna be cranked up in the spirit. Very quickly. Right. I'm talking about very quickly.
Yep. So in the ancient world, we didn't eat meat daily like that. Kings had meat. Why? Because they had the cattle. You didn't have milk. That's why to be milk is associated with abundance, fatness in the scriptures. Everybody didn't have access to milk and meat every day in particular societies. So we have that luxury here. He's getting ready to cut it off. Things are getting ready to change, man. And we've been telling you these things for ages, starting with our apostles and elders, man, for years. First, That's all y'all talk about. Now we saying, look, we just in the beginning of sorrows, and y'all ain't ready for the end. So damned if you do and damned if you don't. And you scoffers are getting ready to lose. Right? Those of you who trusted in Esau, scoffers and losers are getting ready to be confounded. Okay? We're getting ready, Lord willing, we're of that number, to come in on a blessing, man. Go ahead.
Continue on, verse 7. The last for that day is great,
Right.
so that none is like it.
Right.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
Woo!
But he shall be saved out of
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. So salvation is synonymous with trouble. Somebody look up trouble. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he shall be saved out of it, man. Right. But you got Israelites out here, Jacob's trouble, that's gay. ISUPK. Yeah. Jacob's trouble, man. Hey, we've been in trouble. We've been in Jacob's trouble since we got off the slave ship. And I get it. Don't get it twisted. I get your mindset. We have caught hell. However, with us waking up comes Jacob's trouble. Because in order for this man to establish that NWO, you got to go. This doctrine and the mindset we have cannot be passed down from generation to generation with the NWO. Instead, no, you got to go.
No, I'm just saying, really, it has to happen.
Right.
We directly go against what he's trying to establish.
So,
Right. And through much tribulation, that's how we enter into the kingdom of heaven. Going through that straight gate, it's a position of difficulty following Yahweh Shah. You know?
That's it.
It ain't gonna be no easy course, man. You know?
Look what he went through. You got that word? Go ahead.
It's trouble on the online etymology dictionary. You got the verb and then you have a noun. I'll read the noun first. It says agitation of mind.
They said the remnant were affrighted. You know, when everything starts to go down, we're gonna be like, oh my God, you know? That's right. Go ahead.
It says agitation of mind. Like that kind of just reminds me of what Yahweh Shah said to people. Satan desired to sift you.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
agitate your mind.
Yep.
It's emotional turmoil, disturbance, a concern, a cause for worry.
Right, and that's what's gonna get Isaiah 4:1 in play. That's what we want. See, that's why we be so happy, like, yes! Because we low key, we looking like, yeah, bitch. That's all right. Oh, yeah, baby, we gonna see.
Some people the next couple of months, man, they gonna be getting loose like a goose for a pack of raven.
Right. So what you got to think? What's gonna get the American woman to be like, okay, look,
I do what you say.
I do. Let's go. Jacob's trouble, man. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power. We ain't just looking for like that's all we think about.
Right.
But that's just it's a part of it. It's prophecy.
They need to be humble in that manner anyway. That trouble that take away sleep, pretty much, that's what you're going into. You know, when you're so troubled in your anguish and your thoughts, when you can't sleep, that's when you're really concerned about something.
Yep.
That's what it's gonna come, you know?
Yep.
But especially these women, man,
Right.
because they've been at the height of their pride.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Through. So Jacob's trouble, that's what we're entering into, man. That's what we're here to tell you, you Israelites. You think you just woke up to be cute on Instagram and walk around with head wraps and walk around with fringes? No, it's deeper than that, man. And the fringes are going to have to be here in that day. You're going to be somewhere without your fringes probably, most likely, when this thing go down. So what you going to do? You're going to have the fringes are going to have to be here.
That's right.
You're going to have the mind to do right here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, man. You got camps teaching if you don't have your fringes on when the Lord returns, you're going to be destroyed. What? What's wrong with you niggas, man? Anyway, go ahead.
Isaiah 59 and 19.
So you washing up when the chariots return.
Should have washed your ass.
Your fringes over there, you washing up. You know what I'm saying? You should be washing up with fringes. All right, nigga. Stop. But for real, you washing up and the chariot's coming. That disqualifies you because the fringes wasn't on, man. You taking a cowboy shower, a whole bath, right? You washing up, you know, and then the chariots come.
Your wash rack should have fringes.
If I could say this, in a lot of ways, those fringes are going to incriminate you. You got to think with resources. become more and more strained, there's certain areas that Jacob's not going to be able to go into. And if think about contemporarily what's going to be going on. They're going to have to have a new boogeyman, which is going to be them.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
The fringes and all. So you trying to go to a predominantly heathen neighborhood to get help, which is probably going to happen. So a lot of you guys can come and speak for the night. You're going to get yourself blown away. Oh, I just killed black extremists.
Yeah, it's going to be legal in that day. Yep,
Yeah.
I got them brews.
Yeah.
We got them brews.
Bruise on my boot.
I got a brew. Pointing at your
Yeah.
shit.
Got the fringes on the damn plant like he does a deer.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got to be in the spirit, man.
Yeah.
It's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua the remnant are going to be delivered, man. And you guys are pushing, all of this garbage, man. Look, man, times are about to get serious, man. And when it all really goes down, you're going to be like, you're going to want leadership, true leadership. You ain't going to want a goddamn concert. You're going to be looking like, so what do we do? And the Lord's going to take the true men of the Lord off the internet. Go ask Jephthah. Go ask Jephthah what to do.
Yeah.
Now, okay, go to the Hebrew Hellcat and see what drive your ass to salvation, nigga. Rap, dance, sing. Do that shit then, man. Go ahead.
Right, this is Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him."
And you got to believe that. A lot of you Israelites don't believe that. You don't believe that type of power exists. See, the Lord has hid himself from the earth, man. There's far more spiritual activity that used to go on in ancient times that were normal to men. See, this time the Lord, it had to be 100% on faith. But don't get it twisted. The Lord is powerful, man. And the enemy is going to come like a flood. Just said it. So is that a joke? Oh, they came like a flood when they put us on slave ships. That's a part of it. But this is talking about when the Lord's name will be proclaimed. Read, start over. So shall they fear the name of the Lord.
This is back in Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west."
Now, where's the west? We're in the northwestern hemisphere. It's known as the land of the north in a lot of scriptures, and it's also known as the west. And speaking over here where the Lord will raise up the prophets, man. The bulk of the prophets will be raised up in Babylon the Great, in the surrounding areas, man. The northwestern hemisphere. Okay? And what's happening is the name of the Lord is the new song is being sung. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. Somebody real quick, Psalms 40:3. Come on.
Psalm chapter 40, verse 3. "And he hath put a new song in my mouth,
Woo!
even praise unto our power."
That's what's happening. Praise unto the Lord. The Lord has been forsaken here. This is where the Lord was X'd out, crucified. The ways of righteousness ain't been pushed until the remnant got raised up, man. Now the glory of the Lord, the true Israelites, all of that is being pushed. Just like at the time of Enos. Then began men to call on the name of the Lord. That legacy has been restored in our time. And it ain't of us, man. It's of the Lord. Go ahead.
"Many shall see it and fear, and shall trust in the Lord."
There you go. So go back to Isaiah 59. Read it.
Isaiah 59:19. It says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun.
There you go.
When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him."
Right, so this wisdom is going to lead to this nigga losing his mind and coming after us.
Oh, yeah.
And as crazy as it sounds, the Lord going to deliver us from that powerful, great army, the sword he's blessed with, his technology. The Lord, look, he got us, man. And you got to believe. If you don't believe it, hey, you out of there. Or you just need to pray. Because some people's faith is weaker. You could be watching this video right now, but about that, you could be kind of iffy. But hey, you better pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai to give you that faith. And ultimately, he is going to give the remnant that faith. That's the only way out. So the devil is going to come like a flood, and the Lord is going to I don't know how it's gonna work, but he gonna do it. So go ahead.
Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Now the devil is the spiritual demon Satan. The devil with a pitchfork gonna be out down here locking Jacob. No, man. Casting you in prison. Life. You got a tail. Satan, well, you had a tail the whole time?
Yeah.
No, that's talking about the white man. Devil just means deceiver, man. People get all creeped out when you say the Esau's the devil. Hey, he's a deceiver, man.
That's him.
You got Israelites that are devils too, but the devil, the seed of Satan, are the Edomites,
Son of the wicked.
and he has power to throw you in prison right now. Jake don't have power to throw nobody in prison.
Yep. You had that the producer, I think he was the guy. Was it the guy that did Black Panther?
Oh yeah.
You know, he got confused for a bank robber. He's
Freeze the guard!
Locked him up, man. You know, they do what they want, man.
Right.
Him who is after the working of Satan.
That's it. Where we at?
The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
There you go. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. So we're at the end of Esau's world, which means what? The world we know is getting ready to change, brothers, and you few sisters that's listening. Or all you sisters. Remember this one chick got mad? Why you always say the few sisters? Why can't you say all? All right, all of you. All few of you.
Yeah.
All three of y'all. All three of y'all. Nah, but for real, look, the world is getting ready to change. So if we're sitting here saying Babylon is going to be destroyed, does you know what that means for your day-to-day life? Before it falls, it means what? Things are going to change. Okay, you're gonna have to change your mind. You're gonna have to be used to giving up things. That's where we at, and it's gonna be hard even for us, because hey, America offers you. Don't get it twisted. America offers you some comforts, man, that they don't have in other countries.
Luxurious.
You know what I'm saying?
Deliciously.
You know?
We were talking about it, man. Here you used to eat meat every day. If you choose to, you have steak, burger, ground beef. People don't just eat ground beef. That's luxurious. You take some ground beef over there to Africa, they'll freaking take it from your ass, man. It's a side meal to you. That's like, I guess you eat ground beef. You be tired of ground beef over here. Over somewhere else, that's damn! You got all that great to open your refrigerator up. You rich. You could be a regular Negro in the hood. Open up your refrigerator. Another country, you rich, balling. You over here, you living deliciously, man. Okay? Don't get it twisted, man. So when things really hit this place in the West in general, you know how vicious people are gonna get? Okay?
Where is that at? Nice bread.
Yeah. Let me read this real quick. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease.
Oh yeah, and they feeling it already. Okay? You've been at ease, you've had the benefit of your piece of the serpent's pie.
Yep. Because you can't, women don't get at ease until men conquer the world or conquer your society.
Right.
Until then, women are worried. Women don't get at ease until the whole place, until it's secure.
Pipe system set up,
Yeah.
apartments built, houses built.
Then that's when women get proud, because you don't need a man.
Right.
Because the marketplace, you don't need to go hunt.
Right.
You ain't worried about somebody bringing you back some food or somebody ransacking your village.
Right, you're on Instagram cooking.
Right.
You got your own cooking show on
Yeah.
Instagram. Today we're doing the vegan steak
Yeah.
and mushroom.
Yeah, talking shit. But it's gonna get back to the time where that whole I don't need a man spirit.
And they always figure out a way to show their ass.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about steak, but this
Yeah.
bitch will walk away from the screen.
Yeah, with the yoga pants.
Bitches
You know?
be playing, yeah, the female be playing harp in some way, somehow she gonna She don't show them
some
curves.
sexiness. Yeah.
But who cooks puckering their lips the whole damn time? No one does that. You know, who does that shit? Okay, we ain't gonna come to tell you ain't gonna be doing that bullshit, man.
Right.
Let's get real.
Right.
Let's get real. Let's keep it funky, man. Rise up, you women are there to eat. The reason that why that statement is made, it's not just like attacking the women. No, it's talking about the society that you understand that's chilling right now. You know a society's chilling about how comfortable the women are.
Well, that was in Babylon where they were having hair shows. When you look it up, the women were having hair shows. They were just happy.
Chilling.
Talking this saying that was the nigga woman in Babylon. They were at ease, man. All into their makeups and different things. That was back then.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying that for. So the same thing is happening here, man.
Right? It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, but we just being mean.
Yeah, that's all right.
Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled.
Right, give ear to my speech. Some of you are just complete losers, but then you get on the internet and become the celebrity, man. Men and women. But this is speaking specifically to you women. And it's saying this for a reason. Why? The Babylonians were coming. What eventually happened then? A famine. You read Ezekiel. The Lord told him, look, make this bread because it's getting ready to be a famine. That Ezekiel bread, or you could just eat a nip. It was lentils in it. You could eat a piece and it was enough to sustain you. So Ezekiel went through that, man. And Israel was dying off, man. Hungry, eating, skin black upon them. That happened back then. Eventually what Isaiah is speaking of happened. The Babylonians came.
It says, ye careless women, for the venture shall fail. The gathering shall not come.
Woo!
So all of you in the springtime when they gather in the harvest and all the celebrations is happening, okay? You start putting up the tents for the Feast of Tabernacle. It's gonna fail.
That's right. Real quick. Isaiah 3:1. For behold, the Lord of hosts doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff and the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water.
Boom. That's right. Now, we've talked about how Ukraine provides 25% of the world's wheat and Russia provides 18%. Them two combined. That's a lot. That's a lot. Bro, that's almost half the world's cereal.
Damn.
Half the world's bread. Half the world's fake noodles. Bro, all that. Oatmeal.
Yep.
That's right. Your cinnamon toast crunch.
Hey, there's a lot of stuff, and we're gonna see it when Passover and the Feast of Unleavened comes around. You know, every year we have to basically go over the ingredients to see what has wheat in it. There's a lot of products,
Bro.
you know what I'm saying, that wheat is utilized to stretch that particular item, man.
Right? That's a staple. That's a staple, bro. So now you shut that down. Shut that down, bro. So stay of bread. Okay?
Yep, he was warning them. You know, the Lord is going to, you know what I'm saying? And it happened.
Right. And also your water. Your clean water. Get clean water. Start shutting down some of these energy systems. Power plants. Water sanitation facilities. Be like Michigan times 1,000. Okay, you turn on the thing, it just start everything just rumbling. You try to turn on the thing, you turn it off, you're like, oh shit. There's just some goulash come out the sink.
Can't flush the toilet.
Okay? Yeah. Yeah. All that. Why you on your menstrual cycle? There's gonna be some funky people up in America.
Right, and then the food you had in the refrigerator spoiled.
Spoil.
And you know what you do then? You got to dig because the earth is cooler. So you got to learn how to dig a ditch and bury your meat underground, man. But people, you know,
By that time,
you're gonna be
you're
through.
gonna be getting got.
You ain't got no shovel.
Okay?
Internet tutorial.
You in an apartment, man.
Yeah.
Let's get real.
Right, as soon as you go outside, it's gonna be a crazy ass Mexican,
Yeah.
a crazy Jake, eat him. You ain't gonna make it. It's gonna be, you gonna have to have the Lord with you.
Come on now. Let's get real. Is it going in Isaiah 3?
No.
Okay. You got a point, Michael?
No, I was just agreeing with y'all, but I do have a precept. Second Ezra 15 and 18. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and man shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. That's for great tribulation.
So that lack of bread is, and we're just now getting into the beginning of these sorrows that are getting ready to hasten. So, and these things got to happen. Jake act like we're so crazy when we say Jacob's trouble, but what did you just heard with Iran? That's got to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. So all these things are going to be formulated to lead you into the MOTB, so your integrity can be tested.
Yeah.
The Most High is putting the spirit on Esau, who's a modern day Pharaoh, to create a family. They intentionally cutting this stuff off, man. They intentionally straining you out for a scourge for a minute. Okay? Oh shit. Yeah. That was back 4 years ago. You could have pulled that off. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, bro.
Hey, it happens, man.
Yeah,
It's that 30s calling.
yeah, man. It's 30.
You got to stretch, man.
Yeah, you ain't 22 no more, man.
Oh, bro.
Go ahead.
Second Ezra 15. And
You probably 22.
That
like-
bread. Ooh, that bread. God damn that bread. That non-bread.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 15, 13.
Right now, Jake eating all the bread they can.
Right, throwing it away.
Trying to get out. I gotta eat this, you know. He's splurging.
Yep.
But you know, it's the spirit that the Most High is gonna have us cleaning out our houses, man. And kind of going through a little, you know, getting off of the bread right now, man.
Yeah, that bread.
We going through that process through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. You know, while everybody else is just like doing whatever the hell they want to do. You know.
Again, second Ezra 15, 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation.
Yeah, man. So the signs of the skies, grand solar minimum. Can we talk about that?
Yep.
You know, go ahead.
Woe to the world, and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another.
Yep. You know, Ukrainians get Russians. This people against that people. Biden people against Trump.
Juiced against unjuiced.
Juiced against the unjuiced. Okay? You know, truckers against, you know, whatever. Go ahead.
And swords in their hands.
Go ahead.
For there should be sedition among men,
They're going to hate each other.
and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor
They
princes,
ain't going to care.
and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, when we're getting into that time where people are starting to get more and more irritated, people rising up, these nations are fighting against each other, but it's all really producing one thing. It's all leading towards the MOTB, the War of Armageddon. Okay? But, you know, I was talking with the elder, he's like, what you want to talk about? What's on my spirit is these famines, man. These famines and these shortages and the strains on this lifestyle that you have. One thing Sinala used to say, when that down hit that goose egg, what you gonna do? When the lights turn off downtown, what you gonna do?
Because it's coming. And their writings on the wall. They're pretty much telling you what they're going to do. That's why they do it. You know?
And it's gonna be forced, man. It's gonna be through the spirit. Okay? That's what they're gonna be going. Is there more on that?
I got something.
Go ahead, John.
Ezekiel 7 and 26. I start at 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
Yeah.
Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor upon rumor.
Yeah.
Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet. But the law shall perish from the priest and counsel from the ancients.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thanks, Quan. If I can say, you know, you got a lot of people that have woken up to be that they're Israelites and just to be judged, man.
Yes.
You know, a lot of my wife actually brought this attention to me. Man, you got people on Twitter debating whether or not you can have threesomes in a polygamy marriage that are Israelites.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, on Twitter, there's all types of wild stuff that my girl tells me about by just disregard. So there's a lot of people that are just pure demons, man, that understand that they're Israelites and they don't care about the law, statutes, and commandments.
And that's what that famine is for. Them.
Yep.
Them type of niggas.
Yep. You know, so when it really hits, you know, a lot of you guys that you know that somewhat of the truth, right? Know that you're an Israelite, you're going to be judged very harshly.
Right. You're going to have a threesome with a one bread crust. Right? You're going to have to split between 8 people with one pizza crust. Then people going to start fighting one another. Hell is coming, man. These are the times that's coming. But those things ain't prepared for the elect. Those things are really prepared. Now, we're going to have to go through things. Don't get it twisted. But those heavy judgments and that heavy famine is prepared for the wicked, man.
He said that we don't eat. That's why this body is so important. The Most High didn't have us gathered together to just do willy-nilly. Like, you know, people don't have this type of you know, protection, and you got people to deal, you know, work with. And that's something we might talk about later on in this sermon. But I wanted to hit this point real quick here in Genesis, man. Go to Genesis 41 and 53.
Genesis chapter 41, verse 53.
Now, this story is about Egypt. And when Joseph was in Egypt, you know, Pharaoh had a dream and he wanted somebody to decipher the dream. And Joseph broke the dream down and told the Pharaoh that, hey, you're going to have 7 years of plenteousness, and then you're going to have 7 years of drought or dearth or famine. And the point that I want you brothers and sisters to pay attention to is, how was the people acting? What do people naturally do when they can't eat? They become subservient to the powers that be. Okay, let's read it.
Genesis 41 and 53. And the 7 years of plenteousness that was in the land of Egypt were ended.
And so Joseph had instructed Pharaoh, hey, when we have the 7 years of plenteousness, we ain't gonna just ball out. We're gonna store up. We're gonna save, we're gonna build, we're gonna be ready. While everybody else is just normally doing what they do. Okay? Right now, what are we doing? Through the Spirit. We're building up our spiritual storehouses, man. We're building our riches in the kingdom of heaven. Okay? We're seeking the Lord while he may be found, man. Let's go, champ.
Verse 54. And the 7 years of dark began to come, according as Joseph had said, and the dark was in all lands.
And the dearth was in all lands. It wasn't just in Egypt, it was in the lands all round about. Hurt. That's what you're going to see, man. You're not going to just see famine in one region. You're going to start, what we're going to see is famine in all of Babylon the Great and the beast systems. It's going to be hurt.
Even in the Edomite neighborhood, because right now you don't get no lamb. Let's go where Esau at. Let's go change.
It'll be empty. Okay? Go ahead, champ.
And the dirt was in all lands.
Is famine, drought. Okay? I can even look it up. Or you got it?
Just for the people.
Yeah. Look up their words.
Dirt is dirt, Strong's 87457 or Ra'ai. It's famine, hunger, famine in land, nation. Of Yahweh's word, figuratively, hunger of individuals.
Famine. So there was a dirt in the land. There was a famine in the land. Okay?
Hey, if I'm not mistaken, that word Ra'ai is surrounded with evil too, right?
I mean, right. But it's Ra'ai.
Yeah, Ra'ai.
It's Ra'ai.
Damn.
Back in Genesis 41 and 54, in the middle, and the dearth was in all lands, famine, but in all the land of Egypt there was bread.
But in the land of Egypt, there was bread. Let's see what happened.
Verse 55, and when all the land of Egypt was famished, the people cried to Pharaoh for bread. And Pharaoh said unto all the Egyptians, go unto Joseph, what he said to you, you do.
Now, so they were instructed to go to the ruler of the government, go to Joseph. Whatever he tell you to do, you do. That's what they gonna force on the people in the West. Because when all the energy prices go up, you don't have access to certain goods and services, and people are gonna cry out to Pharaoh. We hungry, Biden. He gonna say, hey man, I got these people set up. Whatever they tell you to do, you do.
Draconian, dragon.
That's right. That's what's getting ready to happen. That's how they're gonna force you into their MOTB systems, man. Okay? When people are hungry, when they're starving, when they want to live, when they're scared, we scared, you make yourself subject to the state. Go ahead, champ.
And the famine was over all the face of the earth, and Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians.
And there's going to be a rationing going out. That's why they're going to do it here. But here they profited off of your suffering. Right?
Ezekiel 4 and 16. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of the bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight and with care.
With care. You're going to measure it out. You're going to ration it. Go ahead.
And they shall drink water by measure and with astonishment.
You're going to have 4 bottles of water in your kitchen. It's going to be all 3 of y'all.
A sip a week, nigga.
Yeah.
You argue. What the fuck you mean?
Why you ain't that damn thirsty? I'm thirsty. You know, you used to drinking a whole big gulp. Okay. It's ready to get a shot glass of water.
That they may want bread and water and be astonished one with another and consume away for their iniquity.
Right.
And that's gonna be Jake. They'll be looking at each other.
Yeah.
Man, what the fuck, man? Biden, female.
Bullshit.
This some bullshit.
You know.
Then Kanye West, Joe Biden doesn't care about black people. Duh. It's gonna be over, all them niggas, and they got bunkers and they think they're gonna get away. Nah.
You know how quickly that's gonna get diminished. Okay. Go ahead, champ.
Back in Genesis 41 and 56, and the famine was over all the face of the earth, and Joseph opened all the storehouses and sold unto the Egyptians, and the famine waxed sore in the land of Egypt.
Yeah.
And all countries came into Egypt to Joseph for to buy corn, because that the famine was so sore in all lands.
That's right, man. And so these are some of the things that we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see people are gonna be coming to Pharaoh for goods and services. Revelation 13.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to go unto him for the want of all things.
Yep.
But this time it's gonna be you're gonna have to take an oath.
Yeah.
The oath is gonna be by a mark.
Right.
And it's gonna be a mark in your right hand or in your forehead to get access to those storehouses. Okay, you want to eat, or you need to do this. You're gonna have to do whatever he say he wants you to do.
Yep. And people are more susceptible to do what the ruler says to do in those circumstances. Okay? That's why that one precept in Sirach, you know, buying and selling is like it's mostly synonymous with sin.
Yep.
You know, you had a business and they ramshacked the whole economy, and in order for you to get a percentage of what you had before and have something to start over with, you got to come through this order. You're gonna be like, well, the only way I can sell is to do this. If you hungry as hell, okay, and you don't have any food, and they say, well, you can get food, but you got to do this, you got to do that. You'll be more susceptible in a famine. You're more privy to do those things because what? all of those things are tied to your flesh, man. And when people's flesh and their daily bread and their food is compromised, they're more easy to rule. Why do you think Bill Gates is buying up all of this damn land? What do you think he's doing that for?
Yep. People are selling it too.
Yeah.
In order to buy it, somebody got to sell it.
Right. Farmers are being bought out.
That's right.
You come to a farmer with $3 million and he used to making, breaking 200,000 a year or whatever.
Yeah.
You give them five. They have the influence. They have the wealth. They have the power. Let's say a farmer says, "Nah, I'm not doing it," he can get bullied out. That's what Monsanto does.
Yep.
They're like the mafia.
Yep. They're making it too expensive for you to operate.
Right.
You got so much land, so much cattle, so much whatever on your land. You get taxed for this. You get taxed for that. You get hit with this. They're making this regulation and that regulation, where if you don't have a certain size corporation, you can't afford to operate. Okay? So you get bought out. You having all these people that's taking these PPP loans to keep their businesses afloat. You think them PPP loans that come with certain stipulations? You miss one payment, they have the right to take your assets, man. Oh, you got it at this old low rate. You thought it was cool and cute. You miss one payment, that shit shoot up to 25, 30%.
Right.
Interest payments.
And on top of that, they're telling farmers, look, that CO2 emission thing with the cattle.
Yeah.
You need to downsize on your cattle.
Yep.
Ultimately, you need to close.
Yep.
Nature is the problem.
Yep. So you took out a loan so you keep your business afloat. Then the cost for you to do business, your overhead goes up by 40% in 4 or 5 months. But your cash flow ain't really increased. You gonna miss that payment, champ. You gonna be like, can you give me a reprieve? They're gonna be like, hell no. But we do got this corporation that can come buy you out. You can manage it, but they gonna own it. You don't have to worry about that no more. Don't worry about it. That's what's happening everywhere, man.
Concentration.
Yeah. They just gonna control it, man. Read that real quick in Genesis. Now we started off with the people asking for bread, going to the storehouses, but it gets worse. You see, that first round of shutdowns was like what we read in Genesis 41. But then we're gonna have another round. But it's gonna be worse. Go ahead, Jim.
It's Genesis 47. We're gonna start at verse 15. It reads, "And when money failed in the land,
When the money failed in the land, when hyperinflation, you couldn't afford nothing no more." Go ahead.
of Egypt and the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence?
Go ahead.
For the money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses.
Come on now. All your assets, all the things that's producing for you cash flow, money, your businesses. Cattle represents businesses. Horses represent businesses. Go ahead.
And for the flocks,
You're basically trucks. You sold your truck off so you can get some food. Your assets. Go ahead.
and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses. And he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year.
Yeah, so for that year, you sold off your tractors just so you can eat for that year. The tractor, you need the tractor to work the farm. So now you ain't got no tractor, but you got a whole farm. Let's see what happens next.
When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds of cattle, there is not out left in the sight of my Lord.
Yeah, I done gave away my tractor, I done gave away my truck. Oh man, I'm still broke the next year. Go ahead.
But our bodies and our lands, wherefore shall
All I got is my bodies and my lands. Your house. You know, your property. Go ahead.
wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land?
Both we and our land, you know. Go ahead. You got a farm, but you can't work it. Go ahead.
Buy us and our land for bread.
By us, make me a slave. And so you had in the global reset, they said you will own nothing and be happy.
And that happened in Rome.
Right.
Remember there was this list of jobs that you were able to have.
Yeah.
You know, this is the job that you're gonna have. Ain't no more going and applying. These are the jobs right here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Universal income.
That's it. That's it. That's a UBI system. So now that all these other jobs they're gonna be a new wave of how you earn your credits. Okay? Under the MOTB system. Go ahead, champ.
Continuing on. Verse 19. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land, buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh.
Go ahead.
And give us seed that we may live,
Give us seed that we may live. Go ahead.
and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph bought all the land of the Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them.
So all these sovereign people that was in Egypt sold their land to the state, and it became a totalitarian empire. All right, and how you think Pharaoh felt about Joseph once he acquired all that? He's like, damn, brother, you a bad man.
It's like Cleo McDowell in Coming to America. How he was once he found out Hakeem was a prince. He loved him.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So the land became Pharaoh's. And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof. Only the land of the priests bought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them.
That's right, man. So the elite are gonna take all the people's stuff, divvy it up, and share it with the resources, man. That's what they want, the New Age Pharaoh. But in order for you to be able to get the seed or get your little ration that he's gonna give you, he's gonna want to stamp you. He's gonna want to mark you. You're gonna have to bow down to the image of the beast. He's gonna give life to the image of the beast. Okay, by that mark, man.
Right. That one dude who's he's down with Klaus Schwab. He said, no other tyrant in times past have ever tried to accomplish what we're going to accomplish because they didn't have the technology. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now they got it.
Right. So now they take it to a whole other level, man. One of the brothers posted one of these scriptures on the comment board earlier, and I was like, you know what? That's a great point. I want to bring that out because that's likened to what they're doing now. Except it's more digital. It's a digital system of controlling. They're forcing this famine to make you plead for an answer. Order ab chaos.
It's policy.
Right? Order out of chaos through his policy. You know? Through peace he shall destroy many. He's going to tell you it's good for you and this is what we need to do and we want to help everybody. We want to make it. It's going to be green. It's going to be clean. Right? Mean, green, clean machine.
Right. We don't need any more gas cars.
Right.
Because we need your ass everywhere you go to be tracked. You got a 69 Mustang. They didn't have them systems that they have. Right. So that got to go. That's another agenda, man. So these devils are really trying to take it there. And what is their plan? To have creation in captivity, and so to speak. Your carbon footprint in the earth will be tracked, and it will be limited. How much food you eat, how much air you breathe, how much sex you have, how much what you have access to will all be according to your so-called credit score. This is what's coming. And we've been saying it for years. And the only way they can do that is what? What John the Revelator saw in Revelation the 13th chapter. All right? Internal tracking. Right? That's what they're trying to do, man. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, we start with the apostles and the elders have been saying this, right? We've been telling you. Now, where in the hell is the devil talking about Christianity being the means to how you're going to be able to rule, live on earth? Where is he saying you're going to have to bow to the image of white Jesus? He ain't talking about that. He's done with that. He got a whole new plan, man. Far deeper than any of that crap y'all talking about. And we've been telling y'all through the spirit. And it's here. Why do you think Biden all of a sudden He just jumped into cryptocurrency.
Just
Out of nowhere.
His old ass don't know nothing about no damn cryptocurrency, man.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Hey, he's back. What was it? Like the early '90s. He had that interview. He was on the stand. And he said, "You don't have to judge on this."
Right.
He
Yeah.
said, "You don't have to judge on people having implanted chip."
Yeah.
You know.
I don't think it was in the 90s, but you know.
It was early 2000s, I believe.
The early 2000s. Okay, yeah.
But the thing is, it happened. Yeah. And with that same guy he was talking to under Obama. That was actually fulfilled.
They put it in the
They
healthcare
put it
bill.
in the healthcare bill.
They put it in that damn Obamacare, and that Obamacare Act is still in effect.
Oh yeah, it's just waiting. It's just probably got a new name now.
You know, but they slid it under this bill, slid it under that bill. Unrighteous decrees.
There you go.
All of these things, man. Prescribed. Wickedness which they have prescribed. Best believe that. But the Most High put it on them to do that, man. To
That's
fulfill
right.
prophecy. Don't get it twisted. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is in control.
There you go.
That's why we got to come underneath the umbrella of His name and His truth and His word. We started out reading that. We went into Isaiah 61. Follow the sermon that we're talking about, man. Glad tidings is coming, but we're going to go through Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
But we just listen it. We listed out to you the prophecies, man.
Process.
Kind of.
Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender.
The borrower serving to the lender, man. And hey, we tell you this is a system of Avaya. I was listening to Glenn Beck. He said 80% of the money circulating the market right now was printed in the last 2 years.
That's crazy.
80%. Do you know how much debt that is? All right, and a lot of that is these businesses operating underneath PPP loans. You getting regular a stimulus check every few months. It's just $1,500 just hit your bank account, and you went and bought some Jordans, Yeezys, and a couple of video games, and then put $200 on AMC, and then it dropped 70%. Hurt.
Listening to some nigga invest in caskets, man. Niggas dying.
Nobody died.
Niggas live like a motherfucker.
I'm doing fine. I breathe fine.
I got some. Isaiah 30:1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me. And the counsel comes from the prophets, man. All right? And that cover themselves with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto
Yeah,
sin.
you cover yourself with the spirit of the image of Baal, the image of the beast, man. All right? Yeah, you trusting in the wicked.
Right.
That's why everybody mad and fighting all of a sudden. But y'all was jumping up and down crying when he got in office.
He was the next Jesus Christ.
Rolling around and shit.
Yep, screaming. Now look. All right? It says that walk to go down into Egypt, that have not asked at my mouth. Prophets.
That's right.
And it's always a nigga, if you didn't vote, you can't complain about nothing, man. Don't, if you ain't go out there, don't tell me nothing about nothing if you ain't voting. Your uncle.
It's funny you said that. I've been working on listening to the D.L. Hughley show, and you know, towards the end of the show, he have his monologue when he's speaking, his deep words, and he was saying how it's funny, it's ironic how the people who believes in this place the most were oppressed the most by this people,
Right.
by this place.
Oh, man.
But he was saying that he was bringing that out to show his disdain for Trump for bigging up Putin and how manly Putin was.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the irony of that.
Right. And it's like, these niggas be having y'all jakes emotional about shit that don't bother you.
Yeah.
He tweeted that, oh my God. How does that affect your life, nigga? How does the Trump's tweet affect your life? And y'all really got all up into that. Like, they hated Trump. And you'd ask them why. I don't know. He's stupid.
Yep.
Everybody in America is stupid. He grabbed pussy. Everybody grabs pussy. Right?
He talked about it.
He just talked about it. That's all. That's America. Disrespectful, proud, wicked. You know, do what the hell do. I'm gonna do what the hell I want to
Yeah,
do.
but that gas was $2.
Yeah,
$1.
right.
But Joe Biden extended basically the prison system, man. You know, the industrial prison complex, right, with the 1994 crime law,
Right.
and that had thousands of so-called black people, which are Israelites, and Latinos locked up at an exponential rate, man.
The Democrats did that.
Yeah, they were Democrats, and they did that on the stance of showing that Democrats are tough on law. And
Right.
he demonized you niggas as degenerates.
Right.
But yet you guys will forget about that.
Right.
And then he'll come to your platform and say, hey, if you don't vote for me, you're not black.
Yeah.
In a very condescending and smug manner. And yet you guys believe in that. Then Kamala grabbed some hot sauce and put on some chicken.
And say I listen to Tupac.
Yeah, listen to Tupac. I used to smoke weed in college.
And nigga, she one of us.
Yeah.
We made it.
Then put on Atomic Dog, and it's all good.
Cause you niggas are stupid, man.
Yeah, man.
And why are you in that spirit? Hey, somebody get Isaiah 30. Start at verse 2. Start at 1 again. You're in that spirit because you're not covering with the covering of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And just like Adam in the garden, Adam and Eve said they were naked and they covered themselves with aprons. What did that's going into them different philosophies, man. And that's where you jakes are at today. You who have trusted in this devil and have allowed him to play off in you with that activator juice, you're looking stupid right now, man. That nigga just jumped to war. I was somewhere, man, this week, and I just overheard an Edomite. He said, I've come to the conclusion that Crown Royale is over. He was just talking randomly. He just kind of said, I've come to the conclusion it's over. Nobody's talking about it no more. He was just talking. It's over. And y'all done did all that, and jumped off the roof and scared, and did, you know?
Right.
And now this nigga, a war in the Ukraine. Save Ukraine.
And he used you niggas as a tool or a catalyst to push various people to get that
Right.
inoculation, man.
Right.
But ain't the left is supposed to be about, you know what I'm saying, holistic drugs and remedies, you know what I'm saying, alternative for big pharma, right? Ain't they supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, the so-called hippies, if you will?
Right.
But yeah, these are the people that was stuffing it down your throat.
Right, using Jake. You didn't see too many Edomite leaders and actors. It was always Jake. Ever since I was little, man, all my life, I've been getting them. We gonna be able to get it.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice, Idris Elba, all of these niggas, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me.
This is the counsel right here. You're supposed to come to the men of the Lord to ask, why is this happening? Why is that happening? What should I do? What's going on? You got to come at the Lord's counsel. But your stupid ass ran around there, and in after all that he have done, you're going to trust him, man?
Right.
Like, damn. A nigga can bump into another nigga at a club, and they don't talk. They kill each other. But after all he's done, you still in the spirit, well, you know what? Let's give him one more chance. God damn. And you know why you in that spirit? Because you ain't in the truth. Go ahead.
And that cover with that covering, but not of my spirit.
The spirit voting, democracy, all of this garbage you involved in, and niggas are into everything. Anything Esau throws out there, a nigga is into it and promoting it. Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
Right, you women were all about the alphabet agenda. Now you've pretty much been systematically replaced. You were trans right. Now they've beaten all your records, trying to come in there and lift turn into a woman and compete against women. This nigga's lifting everything. Power clinging the whole goddamn house. Swimming faster than you, beating your ass. Now you want to complain that they're breaking up. Well, you was just at the march, idiot. Now they don't need women no more. We got new women. Here, come here, Joe or Jane. This big nigga come. Now he can get pregnant.
That was the whole thing right there.
To replace the woman, you idiots. So you out here marching at all these marches, getting into all of these different philosophies, and you're rebelling against the Lord. Now comes time for trouble, you don't have no guidance, man. You helping to build the Tower of Babel, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2, that want to go down into Egypt and have not asked at my mouth.
Right, have not asked in my mouth, man. You're going to go to the man that labeled you 3/5 of a human and say, trust in the Son. Trust the Son. You got niggas, trust the signs, man. Really?
Yeah.
After all that, that's your answer in 2022? Man, you try to tell a nigga something. What doctor? Are you a doctor? Well, was Gates of Hell a doctor?
Yeah.
You listen to him? He was just working on computers. Next week, he a doctor telling you what to do with your life and your health, man. Get the F out of here. So you niggas have completely been bamboozled because you're covering with a covering that's not of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And that's when Israel is their worst. You're the most vulnerable. You're the most stupid. Because when Jake is off, it's a special kind of off. When Jake is gay, it's a special kind of gay. When a stud is a stud, it's like a real, like, goodness gracious, man. It's a real, like a hard stud, man. Boots, right? When Jake goes off, they go all the way off, man. Go ahead.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh,
Right.
and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
And that's what you've done. Now look. Now, this dude you were screaming for, all right, while you're at the end of the road, broke, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, trying to figure out how you're going to get through this shit with this gas prices. And it's not just gas prices that's going to go up. Electricity bills are going to go up.
Yep.
You know what he does? While that's all happening, he says, you know what, Ukraine, here's $13.6 billion. While you sitting over here, please, just lower it again. Put it back to, just make it $3 again. Right? But all of a sudden, he just pops up with $13 billion to give to Ukraine. So that's your trust in the shadow of Egypt being your goddamn shame. We know who he is. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Right, you niggas who are all in the military, all in the army, you going over there and fighting, they gonna put your ass on the front line. And you know what? I say this, man, all of you thugs need to go on the front line, man. All of these hardcore niggas who just shooting each other in the hood, put them wild niggas on the front line in war, man. Go over to Iraq and be all you can be. Right? Because that's all you niggas do all day is talk about shooting and gunplay. Well, go over there and succeed. That's what I would do. And half of the military over there, they don't want to fight. They're not even bred. They don't even have the mentality of a warrior, yet they're in the military. So America is through, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4. For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hades.
Right, and that's ultimately those councils Pharaoh would have. Okay? And Jake, this is really talking about Zedekiah, and there was another king who ultimately ran to Egypt when when one of the kings rose up against us. But this can be taken in the spiritual sense with Jake, man. They looking stupid as hell right now. They were really jumping up and down for Joe Biden, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember, right? Common, Talib Kweli, all of them were down talking like Joe Biden was the answer. Now look. Go ahead.
Verse 5. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them.
Right.
Nor being helped nor profit,
Right.
but ashamed and also reproach.
Right. They were ashamed of a people. And get that, what's that in Lamentations where it talks about? They were ashamed. They looked after people that meant them no good. It's in like Lamentations 3, I believe. They were ashamed, something like that.
Yep. Zechariah 7 and 9. Thus speaketh Yahweh of hosts, saying, execute true judgment, and show mercy and compassions every man to his brother, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor, and let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. But they refused to hearken, and pulled away the shoulder, and stopped their ears, that they should not hear. And that's our people. They refuse to follow after the law, statutes, and commandments, but they want to go to after these wayward ways, which is really why we are in this situation now. Because our people committed a turn of apostasy, preferred the way of the heathen versus the ways of the law, statutes, and commandments. And you see that even that spirit being manifested now. We're out here telling our people to turn back to the Heavenly Father, but they're saying, no, we want to be Democrats. No, we want to be Republicans. That's going to be our salvation. By getting a PPP loan and coming together and getting a black business, or a black bank, black economy, or utilizing cryptocurrency. All these things are coming to naught. And all these things are being utilized to put us, or well, I should say, put our people, I should say, not the elect, put our people under subjection.
So when they wanted the king over in the ancient world, the king like heathen, they wanted Saul to be king. They said, all right, I'll bring you a king, but what's going to happen? So the sons and daughters in the military, we're going to put all this hell on you, man.
Yep.
You know? If you don't want to rule over you. So now what happened? They want Esau to rule over you. Now look, you're catching all this damn hell, man. He's further than your affliction, man. You know, he's not for Jake's benefit at all.
Right. So your mind, what should your mindset be? You know, that's where my mind is going now. You know, we talked about how they set up this world that's being broken down. Jake is trusting in their enemy.
Right.
Scriptures tell you not to do that.
Right.
What should your mindset be if you tuning in? What should you be pouring in your resources? What should you be looking for hope? It should be amongst this body then.
Lamentations 4 and 17. As for us, our eyes as yet faileth for our vain help.
Vain help. This place is vain help. Whatever they're going to try to tell you need to do in order to sustain yourself is going to be vain, empty. We know this place is going into perdition. So why sell your soul to a place that's going to burn? Huh?
Yep.
You had a whole Israelite group telling you to take the jab. Vain help.
Now what?
Yeah,
Now they acting like it ain't nothing happened. They ain't gonna tell you now what?
Yeah. They sold you out, man. Basically, they were a whoremonger. They pimped you out to the system, man, to the beast. Okay? You've been abused. Okay?
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right? So you run into your enemy for a piece of bread, for a reprieve. And it ain't gonna happen, man, when you need to be running to this house for the hope of salvation, man.
That broken reed.
That's right. This is where you need to be looking to build up for security. We're in a time now where we're supposed to be pulling together, man.
Right.
Spiritually pulling together. Who gonna help you out there when there is a situation where, damn, I really am struggling because of these energy prices? Okay, but you so disconnected from the actual power source. You don't have any comfort or security amongst the brotherhood. You know, 1 Peter 4 and 6. 1 Peter 4 and 6. Okay.
1 Peter chapter 4, verse 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit.
Right, man. So the Most High sent this out, man, to wake our people up, to tell you this is that glad tidings. In the midst of darkness, here's the light. Go ahead.
But the end of all things is at hand.
Now the end of this is at hand, man. This is vain help is here. The end of this is at hand. Go ahead, champ.
Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Yeah. Yeah, man, don't be drunk off that Babylon juice that we talk about, the wine of the wrath of fornication. Don't be drunk off worshiping the image of this place, the image of the beast.
It's not going to end well.
Right. Sober yourself up through the washing of the water of His word.
Right.
Let this be your spiritual coffee. Okay? Go ahead.
And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
Right, now's the time for you to have fervent charity amongst the brotherhood. Right? Fervent love. Okay? Go ahead. There might be a situation where brothers got a shack room together. Okay? We always talk about, do you got one bedroom apartment money? Well, you might have a summer ago. Okay? But man, maybe now you're going to have to give up a little bit of your personal comfort. Now you can't walk around in your drawers all the time. You need the room with somebody. Be all right. You know? It's a part of that. That's a part of that mindset. Okay? Go ahead.
Hard times going to purge out a lot of Jacob.
Yeah, man.
Lord willing, we would endure.
That's right.
That bitterness, man.
That brotherly love is going to be understood now. Usually, it talks about that in Sirach. A friend shall be known in in affliction, in adversity. Salaki, you're right. I think it's Sirach, the 6th chapter. Baba Kushai. We're going to know. You're going to find out in these camps, you're going to find out who's your brother, versus somebody that's just a chicken eating partner for a time. You're going to find out, man. And you men that got women, women show their ass when it starts to get a little hard. Start telling you how they really felt that whole time. Okay? It is what it is. Women were built for the world. It's just the facts. I will always ride with you. I'm down. I'm so down ride. You know, I would never, go through go through a little tribulation. We'll see. We'll see. We're coming to that time. So you want to make sure you're building up your spiritual acumen. It's a big word for today. Acumen. All right, go ahead.
For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Woo! Charity is going to cover the multitude of sins in that time, and this time that's coming. Jacob's trouble. Get your charity game up.
Above fringes.
That's right. That's right.
You got to be in the spirit, willing to sacrifice.
That's right. This is the mindset. Okay? It's a beautiful thing to be able to go state to state and have somebody you can trust. Go ahead.
Verse 9, use hospitality one to another without grudging.
Use hospitality, key, without grudging. Brothers that use hospitality, what are you doing it without grudging? What's your spirit? How's your spirit with the hospitality? Okay? And I ain't talking about just giving your resources to a numbnut. I'm talking about brothers that's serious about this thing, man. You use hospitality. You have that mindset of charity. It's free flowing, and you don't even think about it. Okay?
And you're doing it as if you're doing it for Yahweh.
That's right. That's right.
That's what counts.
Brother come over, he in needs. It's like Yahweh pulled up. Okay? We get into those times. God. Go ahead, champ.
Verse 10, every man hath received a gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High.
Now we all have different gifts, different things that was given, all our different measures, whatever you bring to the table. Okay, you serve, you minister as it was given unto you, man. Whatever resources, you might be a single brother, you got a spot You by yourself, man. You gonna be called upon to give this gift. Hey, brother's gonna be in your spot eating chicken, man. It makes sense. Get over it.
Yep, that's that straight gate.
Okay?
Those days are coming, man.
You might make a little bit more money with the in the camp, man. So the tithes might be coming out heavier from your pocket because you can handle it. Okay? Let's go. Whatever it is, man. Whatever it is, whether it's healings, whatever it is, man, bring it to the table. Go ahead, champ.
If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which the Most High giveth.
Right, so that the Most High, look, the Most High is assembled and given everybody what he needed to create this body. And it makes sense. This brother's here for that. This brother, you got brothers that got different talents within the camps. Brothers just so happen to be good with machines, building, carpenter brothers, plumbing brothers, electrician brothers, right?
Nature, man.
Nature, man. Brothers can sew up wounds. Okay? All types of stuff, man. But it's all fit and necessary. Okay? As we preach this word and we fight through this battle, we're gonna come into the times where those gifts this brother's been given is gonna be more and more manifest. And you gotta bring it forth with hospitality and a spirit of charity. And brothers that's not willing to do that, it's gonna be revealed. It's gonna be revealed in that time. Okay? War? Let's go, champ.
That the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Right, and so as we come together, man, that glorifies Yahweh Shai. If you can get that Acts 11, like 26, that one scripture that you brought this out a minute ago about that dirt. But you got to precept, bring your precept out.
Oh, I ain't got the word that you had told me. And brother for verses.
Oh yeah, bring it out.
Proverbs 17 and 17. A friend loveth at all times.
A friend loveth at all times. Go ahead.
And a brother is born for adversity.
A brother is born for, so we gonna find out who the whole ass niggas are as all this shit pop off, man. It's gonna be revealed. As brother, oh man, you know this brother can't afford to have the spot no more. Boom, boom, boom. He gotta move around. You clearly chilling, but you just don't want nobody to stay with you because you want to walk around in your drawers. It's gonna be revealed. Hey man, why this brother ain't never help out, man? The brother over here on the island, you don't never use hospitality. You don't want to come around. You want to be comfortable and just show up at camp and bounce. But then when the shit really hit the fan, you want to be able to be down, man. The Most High's gonna reveal it, man. When adversity's gonna start to come, the Most High has us like risen up for multiple reasons. We out here to glorify Yahweh Shai, confess His name, but also the Most High has built this brotherhood as a hedge of protection in the times to come. People don't have this. People don't have a whole ministry to lean upon. You got just 30 people that you can lean upon. You think a frat team gonna come together the way the ministry's gonna come together? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. You know, we was football team brothers. You call them up, hey man, I'm just going through a hard time. I remember, you know, hell no, click. You know? Most High's built had this ministry be raised up for these times like this too. Understand that. But the people who just want to be down, just to be users, eat chicken, you gonna be found out and rooted out.
Come on, you gotta say that, brother. Come on, man, because you better y'all renowned for that, man.
Chicken eating niggas.
We got that from y'all. The Dallas King eating chicken, you niggas.
Yeah.
We didn't see them come and go. I'm talking about, we
we
seen a dude dip the wing in the ranch so deep that he had ranch dripping off his knuckles, man.
Yeah.
We was like, this is a savage.
Drinking the liquor.
You know?
Drinking the bottle. You ain't putting nothing down on the LQ.
Yeah.
But you motherfucking pouring the shit out, man.
Yeah.
Demons on your eyes popping out
All
of
in
your head.
everybody's face.
During the camp, you standing there during the camp. And you think a dude on post, he did, I wonder what these niggas gonna get tonight. What's on the menu?
Taco.
oh shit, they gonna get the top, they gonna get that fuzzies, or we gonna get some of that. What's that other place I used to like, with the green chicken, the green sauce?
That radio. That radio.
Yo, I don't know what these niggas gonna get tonight.
Yeah, that radio.
Oh shit, yo, like, you at camp, nigga, he think about,
What he gonna eat? You know, if he had a picture above his head like the cartoon where the pictures above their head,
yeah,
he's got a piece of chicken. You know?
you got niggas like that, man.
And it's gonna be revealed.
And that nigga ain't putting nothing down on nothing.
Hey, Shaquan, if I can say this, hey, you can't be like that emotionally either, bro. Like, this thing isn't about, like, you know, your ego being stroked. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, you know, I've been saying this lately, like, you do more by doing less a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? You might not be the guy who's overbearing when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, physical things, but you can be overbearing with your personality. You can be overbearing, you know what I'm saying, trying to be that guy.
Yeah.
You know, so
I'm the type of guy. Yeah. I'm the type of guy.
You know?
I'm the type of dude.
You know? You got guys that want to bring their point out when borders is going out.
Right. That ain't gonna fly in the wilderness.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna have to be on point.
Worried about how you feel when you need to be just listening through the spirit, okay? Got that, like Acts 11, it started with talks about, like 28.
So that type of dude right there, that's the type of guy in the kingdom you gonna be ashamed, man.
Yep, that's
You're
it.
gonna be ashamed, man. That's gonna be the type of guy that's.
Acts 11 and 28.
This is just a point, Salakia, Apostle.
No, you got it.
Acts 11 and 28, it reads, and there stood up one of them named Agabus, and signified by the Spirit that there should be great dearth throughout all the world.
There's going to be a dearth, there's going to be a famine throughout all the world. Go ahead.
Which came to pass in the days of Claudius Caesar. Then the disciples, every man according to his ability.
This might be Claudius Caesar back again. Then the disciples, according to all their ability, what happened?
Determined to send relief unto the brethren which dwelt in Judea.
That's right, man.
Hey, but this damn devil now might just be Claudius, man.
Yeah.
This Biden, he might be Claudius, because he's worse than Trump.
Yeah. Very.
This motherfucker don't care. That's why the gas prices are like exuberant. That's why he don't care that the meat for a T-bone, one T-bone steak is mother effing $30.
Right.
He don't care.
He's bringing on a famine.
Yeah, he's
Just
doing
like
it on
Claudius.
purpose. He's doing it on purpose, man.
That's right.
He could just be Claudius, man.
Yep. I have to look into that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that he is, but
It makes sense.
Ecclesiastes 1:9, I always keep quoting that scripture. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
Right. And it said the brothers came together and sent relief.
That's right.
Because there was a famine.
Yep.
And this is why Ananias and Sapphira were put to death.
That's right.
Yep.
Because during that famine, they were being whole ass niggas.
Yeah, you got niggas like that. You got niggas like that, man.
Don't find yourself in a position of being a whole ass nigga during a time like this.
Greedy ass niggas.
Okay?
Holding back.
Yep.
Not paying the tights and shit like that. And that's cool, man. Like, look, man, whatever. Look, man, we don't need y'all money. You know what I mean? We don't need you because how about you now? Shai gonna give us what we need, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, how Shai, the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. So like, really, Apostle Kabal always, hey man, it's about the Lord just getting, because you don't know if you're going to be alive the next day. I don't know I'm going to be alive in the morning. How the fuck I know I'm going to wake up, man? I don't know. None of us here know. My heart to stop in my sleep. I don't know, brother. Every day when I wake up, every morning when I open my eyes, I'm like, oh shit, I'm here. And I say, the water your heart, wash your shot. So I'm going to wake up and see another day. So I can do the work.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's it. I'm not thinking about, we'll say certain, okay, the Passover is next week, and we pray we make it that far, or whatever. See, the people in the world are vain. You don't know if you're going to be alive, bro. And every day when I wake up, it really is like mixed feelings.
Yeah, you be like, shit. you hit the pillow, but then you like, fuck it, at least I can.
Then you wake up feeling like shit.
Yeah. No energy.
But I wake up like every day. It's like okay. Certain mornings I might wake up kind of energetic. Okay, I'm feeling good this morning. It's like okay, let's see what's up. And then once you actually lift up off the bed and stand up, dizzy feelings or crazy feelings. It's like, but even when it's like real talk, I'm still laying in the bed. It's like I'll wake up like, okay, like it's like, okay, for one thing, y'all about you now shy, but then on the other hand, like, I'm still alive. Because a part of you is kind of like damn, like you know, hopefully I just find myself going into the next realm.
Yeah, you had those thoughts.
Yeah,
you had
man,
those
that's
thoughts.
in your head.
I would be better off.
Yeah.
In the spirit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Without fucking burden, you know.
But the Lord is like, no, you ain't getting off that easy.
Right. Then there's another part of you that wants to see the victory. In the, you know, there's a part of you too that is like, because you think about that sometimes, because the Most High gave you the knowledge to know, okay, the spirit world is better.
Yeah.
But then there's that competitive person inside of you, like, man, fuck that. I want to go to war.
Right. That's why we keep fighting.
Gun, man. Gun.
You know?
Spirit, and you give it your all day by day. Because you don't know whether you're going to live tomorrow, so you got to give it all.
Right? That's why you got to do the work and be sincere about this truth, man. You know?
God, man. So yeah, you know, I just wanted to make that point. Don't find yourself in another. There's another side to it. You want to be charitable, but don't just be being a whole ass. Don't just be spending riotously and expecting the brotherhood to bail you out.
Yeah.
Be on point, man.
Wasting, and then, hey brothers, I need some money. I need $50.
Yeah.
I need $100. No.
Yeah.
Go ask your mama. Go ask your sister. Go figure it out with the people in the world you're hanging out with. Okay, so there's another side of that on the other end of the spectrum too.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Well,
you
no,
know,
if you're doing the right thing with the money, yo, you got a little bit of money, man, and okay, you can treat yourself,
right?
But the thing is this, you got to use that money right. Before anything, okay, well, let me pay my tithes. Let me give offerings. Let me make sure brothers are good. You know what I'm saying? If you got it like that, because come on, we got brothers like that, brothers that the Lord bless, they doing all right, man. And them brothers are living okay and doing all right, but they take care of brothers, man. They just charitable, man. You got brothers like that. I'm gonna say in this camp, I know for a fact, and other camps like that's, yo, man, you know. But then that's the thing I'm saying. That's why we gotta watch niggas, because niggas are niggas. You got niggas that know brothers are charitable. Oh, so suck, what we eat tonight, nigga?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, man. So keep the spirit of charity. Be mindful.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Kind.
Right? And shit, no, hold on, man. Like 10 years ago.
Kind.
I had to tell him, I said, look, man, we step out sometime, we go get some drinks, we go out to the spots. I remember, man, I told this man, I said, look, man, let's get the bottle, get bottle to pop it. And then you had certain niggas, brothers, these guys, they would just let all the chicks come. Popping, bottles getting popped. I'm like, these niggas, these guys are black, man. Right? Niggas sucking shit up. And I said, man, I said, nah, but we gotta start, I don't know what word I used. That was like 10 years ago, maybe. Nah, but we gotta start trimming this shit out, man. What did I say? I said, nah, but when we go to hang out, it's only top certain guys who come, man. Right? You remember that shit?
Good.
I said, nah, but the only certain top record nigga.
Yeah. And it's gonna be like that, man. Especially as things get tight. You know, real brothers is gonna get vetted out, and it's it's all spiritual, man. So those things are happening. You know, as this place is collapsing and things is getting harder and worse and worse and worse. The real brothers is down for this. It's gonna rise up. And those who ain't really down, you're gonna find to be seed amongst thorns. Okay? So, you know, that's all that.
All right, man. So with that, man, we will give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadash.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Good. Shalom. That's let me go over here. This is good time. You know, that's build them young men up, man.
144.
It's nice. It's warm over
Say
there.
144. Look.
That's what we go over there and fuck with
Y'all
y'all.
hello, y'all. I thought you were shy.
Yeah, boy. Woo, but I fought it, man. But I got the spirit, so I was all right after that. But I said, you know, I'm trying to build up some young brothers, man. Y'all can't start coming. Y'all don't need me over here. Those men are more